Welcome back to my channel, everybody. It is a gross, rainy, yucky day. Um, as you can see, we got the puppies with us. There's Sierra. Hi, baby. Brown-eyed baby. He's a pretty girl. And Aries in the back, anxious. They want to go running, but even though it's raining, I think we're going to go and take a look at the road anyways and see how it is. But just checking in, seeing how everyone's doing. I hope everyone's well. And yeah, I'm hoping that, this June monsoon, as my hubby calls it, is going to be gone soon and we'll actually get some warm weather for summer. We'll be able to go back to BC and go camping. We went to the camper the other day and checked things out there, brought the battery in to get it fully charged. And yeah, other than that, haven't been doing a whole lot, as this weather makes my body very achy. Yeah, it's not nice having fibromyalgia. The weather is just takes a toll on you. Yeah, I really don't know. We're just up at the rig here. Kurt's putting a part on the rig, taking it in before, because it's just kind of dribbling out a little bit right now. So hopefully he can get it on before it starts gushing and coming down really, really heavy and hard. But yeah. Talked to my brother today. That was kind of a different thing. In our family, my uncle, my dad's brother, has too much iron in his blood. So he has to have his blood drained. Back a few years ago, he ended up in the hospital and we all found that out. Well, we just recently found out that my brother has the same thing. He went and had his blood drained yesterday, and he said it was, not something fun. He actually ended up passing out from it. But the nurse did say that, he was one of the fastest people that she's ever had. It only took him 15 minutes to drain a full bag out. And I guess he's got to go have this done every week. But he's waiting to see his doctor before he goes in for the next one. Where, on the other hand, my father has thalassemia. And he has been tested for it, and I have been tested for it, and I have thalassemia too. So it's kind of funny how in a family, the iron deficiency, there's my father and me, who have low, very abnormal small cells. Iron is usually lower. And then you have my uncle and my brother, which, is the same family, same blood, except for they have the opposite. They have extra iron in their blood. So they have to have it drained, because if you have too much iron, it can affect your other organs, your kidney. You can have kidney shut down. You can have, I think it's a liver failure, heart failure. There's a lot to it. If you don't get your iron down, and that's the only way of doing it, is to remove your blood. Which is kind of just something that, was, it's just, to me, it is just mind-blowing how, the blood can work like that with, the DNA and all that stuff. And, it's just really different. With thalassemia, there's thalassemia major and thalassemia minor. Some people that have thalassemia, like myself, I go in and have iron infusions just because me and my doctor feel that when I do have it, I feel better. But some doctors don't recommend it. They don't recommend taking iron pills. Even when I was taking iron pills, it wasn't making a big difference on my iron. So we do the infusions. It does help me feel better. We did it straight one day a week for 3 weeks, and then we decided that instead of doing it like that in a month, just do one iron infusion each month throughout a year and see how that makes me feel. Hence the dark under eyes and all that. You know, my mom used to say, well, it's from you smoking, and you know, a lot of people think it's because you're tired. And well, I mean, yes, the iron deficiency does make me tired and makes me feel, you know, drug out, not as much energy. I do take B12 and vitamin D more so in the winter than I do in the summer, which I should be taking it all year round, just because it does help. But there is times where I just get tired of taking so many medications, you know, because I do take daily medications for my fibro pain and you know, other things as well. So, you know, it just gets tiring taking so many things. And then knowing, you know, that to take some half an hour before or an hour before or after this medication, and, you know, just knowing all the ins and outs with medication. I would love to eventually be off everything if I could, but I just don't know if that's going to ever be feasible for me. Yeah, so it's kind of sad. But anyways, enough of that bummer, down and out kind of boohoo stuff. Anyways, I am just getting excited. I want to go camping so bad. I'm looking forward to going back to the mountains, of course, to see our grandson Ryder and, you know, hang out with him and see him. And every time we do get to see him, because we live in Alberta and he lives in BC with his dad, when we see him, he grows up. You know, he's grown so much when we see him, and he's becoming such a little man. I'm so proud of that boy. Smart, amazing little guy. So yeah, we'll get some videos of that if his father's okay with it. I mean, I'm not going to expose him if his father's not okay with that. I'm not just going to do it just because I'm grandma, you know, that type of stuff too. And I know how some people can be on the internet when it comes to children, and, you know, there's just some really weirdos out there. But yeah, I am really looking forward to that. Can't wait to go and just camp, just be away from town, you know, away from life. I mean, it's just a mind release is what it is, and I think everybody needs that downtime. It didn't work out the way that me and Kurt had planned it from last year, especially, you know, due to the truck and, you know, that's something that, you know, is been really weighing heavy on us, especially with his work being slow, me not being able to work with my knee. The truck's been broke down coming up to a year now, and not having the funding to fix it. It's been really stressful. Finding that, you know, there isn't even a replacement motor through auto wreckers all across Canada. That was pretty stressful as well. Me and Kurt are just not people to really ask for help. And when we do, it's because we're in absolute need. Yeah. So we just take it day by day. But yeah, anyways, I just thought I would see how everyone was doing, and wishing everybody well. And we'll chat again soon. Take care.